My sticks, first of all, are rescued. I call them the rescued sticks.
Rescued? What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is most of the subdivisions out here in CBS and Paradise, they put up houses, and what they do, the first thing they do, of course, is they go and they bulldoze the crap out of the area, and they bulldoze down all the trees and everything else. So I go in, when I see them in there, I go in, I get permission to go in and take some of the sticks that have been bulldozed, or some of the ones that they're going to bulldoze. And you're talking about a very small stick in diameter, maybe an inch or so. So they're very, very small.
So
sticks.
it's almost like those spindly trees sometimes you see when they're going to clear land for it, yeah.
Exactly. So I go in, I cut them down, and I usually take about maybe 25 or 30 at a trip, per trip. Usually takes me a couple of hours or so to do that. So when I get that done, I bring them home. Can I show you where I put them?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
This is done generally in the spring of the year.
Okay.
And lots of sap in the trees then.
I see.
After the winter. So
we're going outdoors here.
Yep. So when I bring them home, I have a container here full of water. So I put them into water, and then they soak up the water, and it makes it really easy when I go to peel the bark off of them to get them prepped for staining and stuff like that. And well, sanding first and then staining. And then when I get a chance, I come back to them and I bring them in my basement here, or do it outdoors.
I must ask you about size and shape before we go further. Like, what makes for a good size and shape for a walking stick?
Well, that's interesting. When I'm in the woods looking for sticks, most people would prefer a straight stick. However, when I see some unique ones or curved ones that look pretty cool, I also bring those home, because some people like those as well. So I just go in and look and see whatever hits my eye, and I just bring it home.
What happens then?
Well then, like I said, when I get a chance to get around to them, I will start peeling most of them, not all of them, because some people like the hiking sticks with the bark on.
You got a stick with bark on it?
Yes.
How do you get the bark off?
I have a knife. I have a knife here, usually, that I use. Now, when they're in the water, of course, and when they come out of the woods first, there are really a lot of moisture in them.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do, I just start to peel a little bit off first, and then to get my fingers on it, and then I just pull it off, and it comes off. Sometimes it comes off real easy, and sometimes it doesn't, and then you've got to scrape it off. So it takes a little bit of time, right? What I do, the next process then, is to let them dry, and that takes a long time.
How long?
That takes about 6 months. So when I'm doing this, I usually have them in different stages of drying. The ones that are here, in this holder that I have, and I've made my holders myself too, by the way. You can tell
Very nice,
they're all in holders in my basement. If you notice these, if you rub your hand down over it there,
okay.
You can see that they're nice and smooth.
Very smooth,
right.
No splinters, nothing's going to catch your hand
right.
or anything.
So the bark is off of those.
Okay.
They've been debarked.
Okay.
Say, they've been sanded, and now these are ready in this holder to have the stains applied to them. Now, if you move over here, and you'll see these right here.
Yeah.
So, rub your hand over those, you can tell that they haven't been sanded.
Okay, a little bit rougher. I can see some of the fibers coming off of it there. Yeah.
So those are in a different stage of production than the ones that you just... So I got to take those and sand them. I will sand them outdoors. I don't sand them in my basement because it's too much of a mess. So now we've gone from bark to bark taken off, sanded. Now let me show you the next stage. These sticks here, you see the colors. There's a Bombay mahogany, there's a pecan, there's a tudor, there's a black. These now are ready to have stuff written on them up at the top. I usually write balsam up at the top. These are ready to have 2 coats of the color on them. I don't have the clear coat on them yet because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. I'll wait till someone wants a stick. They'll come in, they'll pick it out, their color, and then if they want their name written at the top, I can put the name up at the top here. I always have balsam up here. Then if they want their name written on the other side, whatever they want, I basically put on there.
And you've got a little hole drilled in it. Is that for the handle? The
Holes
leather
are
handle?
drilled
Yeah.
for the leather strap, the leather holder, for your holding the stick on when you're hiking and walking and stuff like that. So that's almost a final phase. Basically, if you want to get a stick, if you want a hiking stick and you want something written on it, then your imagination, whatever you want, I can put there pretty much.
How many hiking sticks do you think you've made?
Oh my gosh, I started this when I was still teaching at Booth Memorial. I started this in 2003. I sell about 75, 80 a year, mostly for tourists. And I have Newfoundland and Labrador written up at the top. So that's a kind of a nice little souvenir for tourists if they want to take home a hiking stick with them.
You probably made thousands of hiking sticks.
I've done a lot. I know that was your question. Yeah, I've done a lot of sticks since 2003.
What do you like about it so much?
There's several things. I love the outdoors. I like going into the woods, just walking around and collecting the sticks. The fact that they're rescued, the sticks would be buried under gravel and everything with the bulldozers, and the companies would go in and put up homes. They usually bulldoze it all down. So the sticks are being rescued and put to, I think, a pretty cool use. The fact that someone will buy a stick and tell me that was a cool looking stick, or they would want it for a gift to give to somebody, and then they will contact me and say, man, my brother or my uncle or my father really loved the stick that I gave him. And I like working. It gets me off the couch. I'm down here in my workroom at this stuff. Being retired is just one of my many hobbies that I have. That working with wood and working with sticks and stuff like that.
I think we need to end it there because we could talk all morning about sticks.
I could talk your head off, girl.
When I came in here, I just saw a bunch of sticks, and now that I look at them, it's like everyone is different, and each stick has its own personality.
Well, they are, and each of my sticks, they're very unique. No two sticks alike, of course. Every one of my sticks is a one-off, and I look at some of them as pieces of artwork.
Well, Richard, thank you so much for telling me about what you're at.
Well, you are more than welcome, and this is what I'm at, girl.